to those who feel guilty when not working. We are going to tackle this from multiple perspectives today. Let's start by understanding guilt. What is it, and what are the origins for it? Guilt is a feeling of worry or sadness that you did something wrong. And it can come from multiple perspectives. It can come from an interior point of view, that you are feeling that you are not being productive during your work time. Especially right now when there are a lot of remote jobs and we have the right to choose what to do. And the second point for guilt, it can come from an external point of view. It can come from people around you, from your boss, that he's saying, hey, I know you are a good employee, but I'm not really satisfied about the things that you did. This guilt can often comes from high expectations, either from ourselves or from society. We are told that being busy means being successful. We are seeing a lot of people in the media that they really work hard to accomplish their dreams, and this is a good thing. But from an average person, or from a person which is more focused on developing himself or trying to understand himself, or from a Stoic perspective, is this really true? Being successful means being busy? Let's see this together. Stoics believe that guilt is often a result of our own judgments. We decide what's right or wrong. Think about it. Who decides that taking a break is bad? We usually do this in our own minds. We are trying to create scenarios. What if someone will discover that we are not being present in that moment? Or what if some kind of emergency will appear during that work time? To understand guilt better, we need to recognize where it comes from. Often, it's from trying to meet impossible standards, or to be more productive every single day, to try to improve every single day. This is good, in fact. Taking some breaks can improve our work time, in fact. These standards might come from our jobs, social media, or even our families. They can have some expectations from us. They create some kind of pressure to be always on, to be always focused on our dreams, to be some kind of robots that will accomplish everything. Especially right now when AI comes around and we feel some kind of pressure that, hey, this machine will achieve what I'm doing. He will replace me one day. These factors can create a pressure. But remember, you are in control of your thoughts and feelings. You can challenge these unrealistic expectations. Stoicism teaches us that encouraging on focusing what we can control, like our own reactions and attitudes, can impact our productiveness, can impact our day. Let's talk about approaching our own emotions. The Stoics believed that emotions are natural, but how we handle them is what truly matters. They taught how we should observe our emotions without letting them control us. When we feel guilty, the first step is to recognize the feeling. Don't judge it, just notice it. This helps us create a bit of distance between us and our emotions. It's like being a calm observer of your own mind. This way, you're less likely to be overwhelmed by guilt and any other emotions. When you feel guilty, Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Is the guilt based on facts or assumptions? Often we find that our guilt is based on unrealistic expectations or fears. We are creating scenarios, as we said before, that someone will come to us and give a remark. By questioning these thoughts, we can start to see them more clearly. Remember, emotions like guilt are signals. They're telling us something about our beliefs and values. By understanding these signals, we can learn more about ourselves. We can take the positive part here. It's more like a discovery journey of our own thoughts. Another key Stoic practice is focusing on what we can control. We can't always control our emotions, as we can control also the weather. But we can control how we respond to the emotions or the weather. These are different topics, but they have a common thing, that our reactions is based on our thoughts. Instead of feeling bad about taking a break, focus on what you can control from now, how the rest of the day should look like, without pushing yourself to the limits. Think about what you can do right now to take care of yourself, to make your peace of mind, to create your own space that can accomplish to achieve your dreams for that day. Differentiating between productive rest and idleness. Many of us feel guilty when we rest because we confuse it with being idle or lazy. But rest is not the same as idleness. Productive rest is about recharging your mind, your body. It's about taking the time to relax so you can come back stronger. The Stoics believed that rest is a necessary part of life. They saw it as a way of renew energy or maintaining balance. So, think about activities that help you recharge. Reading a book, going for a walk during the mid of the day, or spending time with the loved ones. These are examples of productive rest. You can find another ways to accomplish this. And that's the beautiful thing, that we are different. We are trying to understand ourselves. We have different passions. We view differently the actions that can help us. On the other hand, idleness is when you are aimlessly passing time without any purpose. You are staying on your phone and you are watching TikTok movies or TikTok shorts. I don't really have TikTok to see what is there, but I feel like this is some kind of example for idleness. It's important to be mindful of how you spend your time. Ask yourself, is this activity helping me relax or recharge? If watching YouTube videos, if watching TikTok videos is helping you to relax, maybe you can find values in these videos. You can learn about some interesting things that can help you further. Or maybe your job is part of this. We saw examples of the people which are being present on YouTube, or they are actually paid to watch TikTok videos. So it will not surprise us. The reflection can help you make better choices about how you spend your time. The importance of balance. Balance is a key principle, not only in Stoic philosophy, but also in our own journeys. Stoics taught us that we should avoid extremes and find a middle ground. When it comes to work and rest, balance means giving time to both. Too much work can lead to burnout. We see so many examples during these days. Even if it's right now the culture of working remotely, some people are working a lot in their own homes, or they are being unproductive enough and they are trying actually to accomplish the rest for that day, and they try to accomplish impossible things during that day with minimal time. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. It's about making small adjustments to create a healthier routine. Try to keep a journal, or eventually to keep a schedule with all the activities that you plan to do during the day. And you can evolve gradually. You can take it by including 3 activities. You are waking up at 8 a.m., let's say, and then you are working from 9 to 5. But during that time, it's good that you put some specific notes. From 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., I'll have my lunch. From 3 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., I would try to read something, or I have an application that teaches me art, or watching paintings and eventually guess the author for the paintings. This can help you because you are managing multiple things together, and during the time you will progress further. You will have some kind of multitasker rules. You will try to accomplish multiple things from in the same time, in fact. Creating a balance also means setting boundaries. Learn to say no to extra work. When your manager is coming around and he's trying to give you something, let's say that you have a lot of things that you need to accomplish, and some of the things, even if they seem kind of easy, they are not. We are seeing this often. People who are underestimating some things. And let's say that your boss is coming to you and he has a new requirement. We need to elevate our response and actually to give a proper response that, hey, yeah, I would like to do this, but eventually we can move with this further after I will finish this kind of tasks. This is a simple way to say no for now. But in fact, if you are not seeing value, or if you are not seeing a thing that can represent you from the ask from your boss, you can say in a more gently way that I don't have really the time to accomplish this. I would like to help others to accomplish this, but I don't want to take the full responsibility. Reframing your mindset. The way you think about work and rest can greatly affect your feelings of guilt. If you think rest is a waste of time, you'll feel guilty when you're taking breaks. But if you see rest as essential for your well-being, you are going to feel a peace of mind. Start by challenging negative thoughts and have a critical thinking, asking yourself, is this thought true? Often we find that guilt is based on unrealistic expectations, like we saw, or outdated beliefs. One powerful way to reframe our mindset is towards positive affirmation. Tell yourself, rest is important for my productivity. Or, I deserve to take breaks because I accomplished something difficult. I need a reward. These statements can help you shift your perspective over time. Another technique is to visualize the benefit of rest. Picture yourself feeling refreshed and energized after a break, so you will have the availability to take that break. The Stoics use visualization to prepare for challenges and to remind themselves of their goals. By focusing on the positive outcomes of rest, you can reduce feelings of guilt and embrace a more balanced approach to life. Intent is crucial. Before you start the day, it's a good practice to set clear intentions for both work and rest. For example, I'll work with focus for 2 hours, and then I can have a rest. I can reward myself using rest. When your rest is intentional, it's easier to see it as a necessary part of your productivity rather than something to feel guilty for. Intent transforms rest from idleness into a purposefully activity. Having a sense of purpose and clear intent can significantly reduce feelings of guilt. When you know that you deserve a rest, it becomes easier to embrace it, in fact. Remember, the Stoics believe that every action should contribute to a virtuous and fulfilling life. Remember, feeling guilty when not working is a common experience. It happens to me, it happens to us. But it doesn't have to control your life. In fact, the Stoics teaches us that we have power, as we remind before, that we have power over our own minds. We can control our thoughts, our reactions. By applying the principles we've discussed, you can find a healthier balance between work and rest. So, be patient with yourself as you make these changes. This can happen gradually, or they can happen quicker. I recommend you to approach this gradually, to take small steps into the right decision, into the decision that you think that is best suited for you. As we discussed, this is a beautiful thing, that we are different. We have different emotions, we have different perspectives over the life. And this is from my point of view, actually, that rest can be beneficial. Maybe you are some kind of workaholic and you would like to work a lot and feeling productive during the day without taking breaks. This is also good, but for sure you have some experience to not go into the burnouts or to not trying to suffocating about other people's problems. But for most of us, we set unrealistic expectations from our jobs. We are trying to accomplish everything. We are trying to say yes to other people and try to work as much as possible, or eventually prove a point here, prove a point to our boss. Celebrate small victories, keeps you moving forward. So, in conclusion, embracing Stoic wisdom can help you manage guilt and live a more balanced life. Remember to reflect on your purpose, set clear intentions, and practice mindfulness daily. Rest is not a luxury, but a necessity for a productive and fulfilling life. Use a practical exercise like we've shared. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and I wish you a good day. And be productive in your own way. Be yourself.